I don't think that he got the recognition he should have gotten out of that piece of artwork. And I don't think they treated him as they should have. And that hurts me. In my research, I found that instead of taking him to games in Washington, D.C., they sent him to Seattle. Not once did my dad meet with Dan Snyder or Jack Kent Cooke. Not once. Not once did Blackie go back to a game. But I had thought about it in 2015 that I was going to go after him, and I was going to go after the logo because, number one, it belongs to my father, Walter Blackie Wetzel, and he's Blackfeet chief. And number two is to get some honor and respect back to Blackie. My dad, Blackie, was a visionary. I believe if we would have followed some of his visions, that our economic development and things like that on the Blackfeet Reservation would be a lot different. So it's a deep thing for the Wetzel family because of Blackie's legacy, because of his strength, his persistence, and his intelligence. And to me, that's what the Wetzel family should feel, that's a deep thing there, because that was his legacy. I mean, right there proved what type of guy he was. So they should go after it, you know. I think it's time. It's time for me to take my my mental attacks and go physical. Not attacks, but I need to show up physically to show people that I'm around and I'm alive. I want to show up at FedEx Field. I think at that time, I'll either have a banner or some type of plaque, maybe, or something that will have our logo on it under the Blackie Wetzel Warrior Society. The logo go in there, and everything will remain the same. The feathers, the logo will look exactly the same, except better, because the last 4 years, the Redskins have tried to push the buffalo head nickel resemblance, and that Blackie, maybe it stole that. Well, no, it copied that. No, the lips were different. It's an entirely different chief on the buffalo head nickel. Dan Snyder retired in June 18th, 2018. And I'm going to go back there to see if we will, I believe it's on the 17th maybe, have a meeting with me and set up a peaceful ceremony transfer. I would like to have some Blackfeet leaders there. The family want it to be national because I think it's national news because they used it 5 decades, and that's a long time. And I told the commissioner of the NFL, because of that being an authentic, real Indian, first one, maybe the only one, Blackie should be in the NFL Hall of Fame. You know, so I'm going back there to try and set up a meeting with Dan Snyder. And I need to hear from him, because if it gets takeoff time on the 21st, they sent, Blackie was watching a football game, and he said, look, Earl, they got my chief on that helmet, sure enough. And they sent him 4 helmets in a garbage can. Nobody came to him ever. And what a slap in the face to a Blackfeet elder, I thought. And they should have came to him for a lot of stuff. They didn't. They just kept it. They took this old guy's idea and they ran with it. And it went worldwide. Super Bowl in '83. Why didn't they bring him back? Just boils me because I should have been on that. And, you know, these last few trips that the Wetzel family made, we were just pawns. Man, you think they'd have brought him back? He would have met Dan Snyder, all them boys, some of the players. He would have loved that. The guy never met Dan Snyder once. I can get the logo to come out nationally. Then I can bring out some of the things that he used, he wanted the logo for. I would be right in tune with that, but my life was a lot different than Blackie's. I want to see that logo put on safe havens for women of domestic violence, of all races, and have the logo dead center on that thing. So I wanted to use it for unification, that maybe through the logo, maybe if the Red Nation breaks through, we're called the Earth People, you know, and maybe we can add some strength to Blackfeet elders say that in order for us to survive, the colors, sacred colors of the human race have to come together as one. Now there's brown, there's red, white, yellow, black, and brown. They have to come together. And if we don't, then Mother Earth's going to strike back. I think the timing's right for some good Blackfeet stories around Washington, D.C. I vision my teepees all over the Capitol grounds. Isn't that something? I thought about those girls disappearing, that heavy running girl in Browning. Her great-great-grandmother was Grass Woman, who gave me my Indian name. That hurt me real bad. Then the Lame Deer girl and Missoula, and I thought of putting purple crosses, sturdy, with their names. Consult with the family and see if I could put down we'll go right to the area and put down the tribe and all that, and that they were disappeared and murdered. I wonder if you want to do that. I'd like to see purple crosses across Montana and the United States, hopefully. Because I think with the logo, maybe I can ask a reporter, how many Indian women do you really think have disappeared across the United States? U.S. government comes up with 11,000 or 1,100, and they're way off. You know, it's wrong.